And welcome back, YouTube. This is episode 3 of the Linux Adventures. Um, Welcome. Today's episode is all about switching to Fedora. As you can see, I have it installed, um, and we're gonna go from here. We're gonna set it up exactly like I had my previous desktop, and get it set up for gaming and just general purpose use the way I like it. So let's get started. So usually when I first install the thing, I like to go here and go to the repository, um, and you want to update everything. Mine is updated. I'm using Fedora 39 workstation. And next, what you want to do is you want to go into the main menu here, and you go to software repositories. You just want to make sure that the Flatpak packages, everything is on that needs to be on. You want to enable third-party repositories, just so you can get FlatHub, the Google repository, and RPM Fusion, so you can do the non-free repositories, so you can get NVIDIA drivers and something like Steam in that. So once you make sure that's all checked, you can get started. And the first thing I like to do after that is go into the terminal and do sudo dnf. Oops. Install. Wine. So Wine is the translation layer for Windows programs and stuff, and a lot of things like Steam and Lutris, stuff for gaming, has a lot of dependencies on that. So I like to install that. Oh, yes. I had a capital. Here's password in, and this will download pretty much all the dependencies and all the libraries for Wine, and this will be the most stable version of Wine, or the newest stable version of Wine. So we're gonna hit is this okay? We're gonna hit Y, enter. It's gonna install the packages. It's going through and installing everything. Alright, so that is complete, and you can tell it's complete. It'll say complete, and then it'll say the name of your system there. So exit out that. That's really the only thing we really have to do in the terminal. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to open up Firefox, and I'm going to get my own browser, the browser I like to use, which is Orium. There. So once we get the Thorium browser, we can click on Linux. Right here, this is the newest one. So if you're on a Debian-based distribution, you would pick the .deb. If you're on an Arch distribution, you can get the .zip and then package it yourself or download it from the AUR, the user repository. But what we're going to do is we're going to grab the .rpm. That's what Fedora uses. So we're going to grab that. Open that. What it will do. So we're going to install a local file. Nope, put in our password. So you hit open here, it'll open the shell, but here, all apps here, as you can see, all the wine stuff is installed, and then the Thorium browser is also installed. Now it's going to ask me to sign in and stuff, which I'm going to do, so I'll be back in just a second. There we go, I am back, and I have Thorium installed, logged into my Google account because it's based on Google, and has loaded all my extensions and everything for I use for my browser. Okay, so once I do that, I guess what we'll do is we'll go into desktop settings and go make sure the resolution's correct, make sure the refresher to the monitor is correct. But we're going to go into appearance, and we are finally going to change this over to dark mode, because dark mode just is better in every way. Alright, so now we don't need Firefox anymore, which is good. So now that we're in dark mode and we have kind of the base kind of setup, we got wine installed, we got all that kind of stuff installed. Now what we can do is we can go into software, and because we have those repositories all set, we can install Steam. Now, there is the Flatpak version of Steam and the RPM Fusion version of Steam. I recommend the RPM. If you do the Flatpak version of Steam, sometimes there can be some weird compatibility issues with like Proton and stuff. So always just make sure you get the RPM version. So it's going to install that. And as you can see, like once we did that one small thing, installing wine from the terminal. After that, we haven't really needed to do it. Oh, we're going to run the Steam setup. Steam's going to install. And while that's doing that, we'll go ahead and we'll get Lutris as well. Lutris is good. It's for installing any non-Steam games and stuff like that, and it has scripts made by the community to help installing games easier for you. So I'm gonna get the Fusion version of that too, because that helps make it easier. And that is also installed. It's gonna update. Needs to update. Boom. We got Lutris installed. And Steam's installing right now. And boom, Steam is installed. Let's log in here for a second. You guys don't need to pause it for this because I can just scan the RQ code and log in that way. So if you hear outside, it's Monday morning, and there's some truck drivers driving down the street. All right. Oh, there we go. So when I switched from Pop! OS to Fedora here, I kept my other drive. So we got my SATA SSD here, my 1 terabyte, and my Steam library. And it should have my games and stuff. Why isn't it showing Steam? Interesting. Show hidden files. Steam library folder. Interesting. Well, we'll see if that works. It might have broke on me, which means I'll have to reinstall my games, but usually it functions relatively the same. And I'm sorry about that, guys. I am back. So let's go to Steam here. Let's make sure we go to the right Steam. Let's close that out. And here we got Steam. So if we go into settings here, go into storage. Let's add my SSD. Is it gonna find my games? It found my games, so they're all still here, which is great. I don't have to re-download them. So as you all probably know, Steam can do this for Windows and stuff as well, so it's not, But another thing, here, I'll hide this just so it doesn't look bad. Okay. So we're pretty much set up to go. Like we got my web browser all set up. We got that all set up. We got all my stuff for my other hard drive still installed. And yeah, we're pretty much good to go. So another thing I did was I made sure I kept there's my icons for some of my games. Where is it here? Downloads. So here's my downloads folder, which has all my stuff I set up for to make Pop! OS look, or to make Pop! OS look the way it did. So we're going to quickly do that. There's a few things we're going to need. So if we go back into software, go to search. If we type in tweaks, it should show up. Yep, GNOME tweaks. So we want to install that. That will help us manage a lot of things. So if we open that, and then if we go to open the web page here, go GNOME extensions. And there's a few extensions we're going to grab. We're going to grab We're gonna grab Arc menu. Install that. Oh look, it's already there. We're gonna grab a few other things here. Also gonna grab to dock. I like having a dock. Install that. Is gonna grab my shell. And over it. Now we're gonna grab the sound, because by default GNOME will sound separately for devices. So if we type in setting audio, audio. Settings. Yeah. Yeah, so there it is here. There's all our outputs and inputs. Need this? No, never mind. We don't need that. Alright, other than that, so we get Arc menu, we got our dock. Some sort of system tray. Icons. Yes, tray icons. Get that going. When that's installed, we can see Steam is up there in the corner. Alright. So now that we got that is a good place to start. It's you will. Let's grab a bit of Discord. I need Discord as well. Let's grab this card. Oh, flat up. Go back to change background. Let's get the background I liked. Let's go to wallpapers here. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Alright, so we switch the wallpaper. Back to my wallpaper here. Now we just need to do a few tweaks. So with Arc menu, we can just come here and go to Arc menu settings. The main setting is just going to be the layout that we changed here. I like the insider layout. Boom. Setting this one more time. It's going to be in. Okay, let's do icon it next. We can also do is we can choose the icon. Just draw icons and throw the Fedora logo up there. We're going to increase the size just so it's a little bit bigger. There's that. Can do go to these settings. And I like to have my dock a little bit smaller, so we're going to make it 40 pixels wide. Scale. So if we go to appearance, we can say use built-in theme, so it's going to grab the theme. It's going to grab kind of the. Actually, let's not do that. Let's uncheck that because we can do. Let's have segments. That's the way I like it, so I can tell there's one app running at the same time. Then we're gonna have a fixed opacity. Look that down because like having an opacity next. And go this launches launchers here. So I'm gonna get rid of showing application. Show devices. I like to keep the trash can because you can throw stuff away. Do that. Unpin that. But to do, going to pin. We can pin it to the dash, and we can move it literally right where that was. Calendar, and we can kind of keep it like this. So as you can see, it looks very similar to my last video where we're Pop OS, but now we're running an entirely different operating system, which is kind of cool. There's still some stuff we got to do, like do my custom theming and stuff like that.